Hello, fellow Wannabe showrunners, and welcome to the Wannabe Showrunners Sunday Night Special Feature. This is, of course, the show where we show you how much we want to be showrunners. And I'm Scott, and I'm here with Ty.
Hey, how's it going, Scott?
Oh, that was a mouthful.
I'm glad you did it, because I'm still out of breath. I just ran up the stairs, filled my water bottle at the very last second. Very, very talky profession, podcasting, streaming, whatever it's called.
Get chapped mouth.
Exactly. So your mouth is full, mine's chapped. Yeah. We're here to start.
All right, so what are we doing today? I don't know if we talked about this at all.
We're here to really show off our new set.
Somebody told us that the blank white space was too boring, so we upgraded.
Exactly, and what an upgrade it is. I'm a big fan. Scott's a big fan. Let us know in the chat or tweet at us at W Showrunners on Twitter. Let us know what you think. So I don't know what we're gonna do except for show off the set. So
there it is.
There it is. Thank you for joining one. No, I'm just joking. So
do you want to dip into one of our past things?
Sure, whatever you're feeling.
So we got all of these.
Okay, so we're looking through our portfolio now. Of course, not most of these made it to YouTube. A lot of these are from our earlier episodes that appeared on Twitch and have vanished into the ether. But we still have the pitches that came from them. Yeah. So
any of these catch your eye that is something you would like to work on? Or just go back in and talk about?
I'm gonna leave it up to you. This is the.
How many do we have? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Okay, I'm
16,
kind of
17.
Kind of upset that we have one that's called Unfinished One.
Let's at least get that was the one. That was the one that we had a fight over.
Oh, okay. Well, let's fix that now.
Okay, so this was the parody of a political drama, but the protagonist is a musician with David Tennant.
Okay, a parody of a political drama. Protagonist is a musician with David Tennant. This is a difficult one. I'm feeling confident, though. Do you think we can crack it?
We can work on it.
I think we can crack it. So the idea was it's a feature-length film. Behind the scenes look at local battle of the bands, two rival bands, Donkey Punch and Tusk. Oh, right. It was going to be what we eventually worked our way up to was it was going to be a parody of the American political process. But enacted through a battle of the bands that's kind of like a popularity contest. It's decided by a vote.
Like American Idol.
Exactly. But it's a local school level thing.
Yeah, because we wanted it to be like that the prize was something nothing, and we decided it was like a 20-pound Hershey bar.
Exactly. I think I have a clearer image of this now, though. I do think it follows. I think I remember last time a gag of yours that I was a little resistant to, where it starts with basically the casting, and they just end up rehiring the same people every year.
Yeah.
I do now see that. I see it more clearly as you really take the full political process and map on the band onto that. It's not really about the band. It's really... So that really does fit for band, kind of primaries.
Like, we can even make the joke of, like, the band is, like, just throwing out, like, the Steve Miller Band, for example.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, one person's trying out for guitar. And they're like, what's your name? He's like, my name's Steve Miller.
Yeah.
I'm trying out for the Steve Miller Band.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just, like... Obviously, it's his band. He's gonna...
Yeah, exactly. It maps so perfectly onto that of like, oh, the incumbent's going to win the primary. Yeah, definitely I think that's what we're doing. And then we have like a thing, and we just play the mapping game. Like, oh, local, like, the tuna cannery is going to sponsor this band and buy them new things because when they win, they're going to play a tour at the tuna canner. And it's like, oh, all of a sudden there's dark money in the Battle of Bands. And it comes like, oh, one side's gonna be like, oh, you're really, there's like, is there voter fraud at the thing? It's like, it just maps we just map a political thing onto.
Now, who would David Tennant be? I think he's the one who's running the whole entire event.
Okay, so he's not the protagonist.
No, he.
Oh, is he like a? Like some of these political, like really the best political comedies right now come from Armando Iannucci.
Yeah.
Is David Tennant like a operator, like a real like sleazeball, like he's just like foul mouthed and like yeah.
But he's like he just runs the whole entire show. So he doesn't really care about any of the he's like the Vince McMahon.
Oh, okay.
If you think about it like as a wrestler.
Who is he in the political, like who does he symbolize?
Who like I don't know who
is
runs
he just
the
like
debates? Who runs
like the media consortium?
So that's really who
he's the media.
Yeah, he represents the media.
Is he like a local newspaper guy? Or is he like a corporate guy who's giving money to both sides?
Maybe he's corporate and he's giving money to both sides.
I kind of like that. Yeah. Or, yeah. I also like him being the media. I also really like it being... Is he only allowed to do the... Like, in the... without the mapping game? Is he...
Oh, no, like, going back to the high school... I think this should still, again, be... That they're just competing in a high school level... Mm-hmm. Level 1, and again, it's the same two. And when asked like why like they're the only ones that keep competing and why there's no high school students, it's because they cut all the funding for the music departments have been cut.
Yeah.
So there's no and that is like a big thing is that like the older generation is cutting the newer generation to.
Yeah, they're just like there's no room for that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's making it more difficult to get that extra step.
Yeah, and I think we do bring in a band of high school kids that's like a third-party candidate, and everyone's like, oh, who's gonna... It's like the Green Party.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that was always going to be the thing.
I thought before when we talked about it, there wasn't one, because it was like, well, what's the point, or whatever. But, no, that's what it is. Yeah.
Should be... One band is like pop punk,
yeah,
or pop rock, and the other one is like rock, and then the third one is indie rock. Because they're in the independent.
Can they just never actually get around to playing any songs?
But we just kind of established that one's pop rock, one's rock,
in aesthetic and stuff.
Yeah, in aesthetic, and the other one's like indie rock. And the indie rock is the independent
Green Party. Or, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like hair metal, like that kind of thing. And then...
Well, I picture... Okay. I picture us having... why am I blanking on bands right now? Like, Green Day even as our one band type look. Mm-hmm. Or like an Oasis or something like that.
Okay.
And then something like Kiss. And then something like R.E.M.
Okay.
Like
So which one's which?
The Oasis would be our would reflect the liberals.
So Oasis is kind of like I can't even picture Oasis's look. It's kind of just grunge, right? Like
kind of like just more like I put the punky side like that into, and then I went more with like your heavier metal and all that as your conservative.
Oh, okay.
And then your independent is the alternative rock.
Okay, so like Kiss is your conservative.
Kiss is the problem with Kiss though is they're a little showy. So, like, Metallica, Lynyrd Skynyrd, like any of the music that group tends to listen to,
okay,
in its first place. Like, I'm not saying like I love that music, so I'm not like I love all this music.
Yeah, and
so.
it's definitely too on the nose to have it be country. I think that is the right way to go.
I don't want it to be country.
Yeah, no.
I want this to be rock bands still.
Yeah. But I think they really never get around to playing a song.
No.
And they're just too busy sabotaging each other. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a popularity contest at the end.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so what do we go from there?
Okay. So let's, I feel like here, we just kind of, so, primaries. The bands are holding auditions. End up casting the same people they cast every year anyways.
Yeah, because you even went with Tusk as one of the bands.
Yeah.
And Tusk is the elephant.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and it's written all capital, like...
Yeah, like Kiss.
Yeah. They'd probably have an umlaut over it. I love umlauts and band names. Okay, what's the next thing? What are we, like... Now's where the money comes in, right? Like...
Now it's where the money comes in.
Yeah, this is where they're fundraising. They're like doing car washes, like small dollar donations. But truthfully, like they're all. This is where David Tennant comes in. What is the thing? What is David Tennant trying to do? He's clearly defunded the arts program. Does he? No.
He's not defunded the arts program.
I thought that's what it was. So that there's no musicians.
No, it's just that that's just a metaphor on that the generation ahead is, but it doesn't have to be that he doesn't have to be in charge. He's not necessarily in charge of that.
Yeah, no, it doesn't have to be, but I'm just trying to think of the things to give.
I think that's too tight.
Okay.
That makes it difficult to link them.
Because I think this is what he's symbolizing, like the shady money, like the power brokers, right? Like,
could just be that he we find out that his character is against the arts and that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Like this is why, like you could have said, this is why I voted against. Like this is why I voted to.
Yeah. That's what I think is part of it.
But I don't think he had that. The point is, I'm trying to say is I don't think he personally had that kind of power. I see. His role.
Because he's symbolizing like a lobbying firm.
Yes.
So there's got to be something that he wants done.
He would crush. His way of doing that would be through manipulation, and he could have had it taken down. Like, he could have had the arts department closed or shut down or whatever, but it wouldn't have been by, like, his decision. It would have been by manipulation and tactic.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, David Tennant would be able to pull that kind of...
Yeah, I'm not that attached to the arts thing, but I definitely think we've got to give him a goal. We've got to give, and that means we've got to have something that the Battle of Bands symbolizes or has power over. That we've got to work out from that. I think is that, however, whatever they're causing is what's going to prevent is what what does he get by having the Battle of the Bands not won for that by anyone else for that number of years.
What if it is that he's bringing in so much money, and if it was to get out that, like, how much money he's making off of this, and he's only giving a 20-pound chocolate bar as the reward? Like, something in that field.
Maybe.
Because that's like the whole point is that he's keeping the same group. But no, we gotta look at the metaphor. Behind. That's the better way of doing this.
Like, it's not, because it can't be legislation. What does the Battle of the Bands symbolize in this world? He's willing to throw money at it, so it's got to be something like that. Like, oh, he would cop. Maybe is there a scholarship for the winner?
I was thinking of a record deal or something like that, but
why wouldn't they have the right? They would want the record deal, right?
but they would have if they're doing it every year.
Is it? Is it to kind of? Maybe he owns a karaoke bar, one of those places at the mall that makes albums, and then he keeps no. It's like a snack bar. It's a bar, or it is. It's like a snack bar.
Okay.
And he has slots for each band. So by keeping they play 1 week, the other band plays the other week, and by having them be the most popular thing, he keeps the kids coming to him. It's like, oh, there's no other alternatives. That's the thing. It's like he doesn't have to worry about new music coming up. He doesn't have to. He just keeps it in his yeah.
Okay. I'm a little lost, but
no, it's like
I'm kind of there.
It's like waiting or something. He's like just kind of like a sleazy not fast food, but like, yeah. And then that's the thing is he basically every other Friday it's one of the other bands, and it's just the publicity for him. It's like they dominate every year. It's that kind of like. Either way, all the money and all the fame goes to him. It doesn't matter. In his mind, it doesn't matter. It all goes to him. And it's just those two fighting, but it's really, he owns them all.
Yeah. Yeah, like Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
I feel like the best metaphor of this has come around is wrestling and the chain of command and that.
Yeah.
How it's like, he knows what the outcome's going to be. He knows what...
But he also symbolizes like corporate America, kind of. You know what I mean? Like, is in the end...
Which is what Vince McMahon represents.
I guess so.
That's why he's always the villain.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Part 2. Fundraising. While the band gathers money by doing car washes and
Bake sales. Gotta have those bake sales.
They secretly get huge checks from David Tennant, the owner of the restaurant. Okay. Part 3. Outfitting. Like where they got the money, this is where they're gonna buy they already have the instruments probably. They're not buying all new instruments every year.
No, that's the thing. Is they have like all like the pyrotechnics and all that.
Yeah.
It's just all show.
I really want to build this up so we're actually making this is clearly at least not to me it's a mockumentary.
Okay. Yep.
Like a full This Is Spinal Tap, like that
like
level of mockumentary. And I think there's 3 primary protagonists. I do think we fully donate almost as really like we do 40-40-20 like each band, and then the Green Party like yeah. And I think they're also the subject of a lot of jokes. I think I actually want to start covering that. And then, like, I think we can make that really fun. It's kids. They're really earnest kids. They're actual high school students. I think, and it's probably just like a duo.
Okay. What are you trying to do?
Get rid of the line through on this.
I don't see any line. Let's search.
There we go. Green Party type band. Too high students. Okay, what kind of band?
You want it to be Green Party though? I think it's just the Independents.
No, I don't think it's the Independents.
No.
Well, if you want it to be the Independents.
That's why I thought I feel like the joke of it being Indian. That's how the U.S. like if we're going with the U.S. metaphor. That's how the U.S.
Really the Independents usually who are running are just kind of like Bernie Sanders or like, I mean, they're basically part of one of the 2 parties. Like an independent can win. I wanted this to be like I'd rather go libertarian than independent.
Okay, I see what you're trying to go with.
Yeah.
All right.
But do you want it to be libertarian, or do you want it to be? Like,
I think
it could also be like the caucus.
If,
I guess.
Like, do you plan on this being a TV show or a movie?
Definitely a movie.
A movie. I think there's still room that like at the 3/4 away, there's like an unknown rich person who throws their hat into the game, and they have like and it's like about like the second act is about destroying that.
Yeah, I definitely think you can bring in a rich challenge. I don't think it's like
it could be just small.
I don't think the whole thing is very plot driven at all. So I don't think we have to be like about destroying that person. But I definitely think it's like
no, it could be like he's giving an interview. And, like, in that interview, he's just randomly doing something, and you're, like, wondering what the hell he's doing. And you find out later that he just sabotaged. While he was, like, doing that, he was sabotaging that band's, like...
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
And I also think you could build in, like,
yeah, because the whole thing is that they would do things like trying to, like, crush the name, spread rumors in the crowd about that band.
Exactly.
And yeah. And the band, the head of the of it all, like Debbie Tennant would be doing that as well.
Yeah. That's like I think you put a lot and like you map in, there's probably like a school newspaper that reports on this. But as you go, the journalism teacher kind of horns in and is like, well, let me do it. I think there's a lot of like you have like an intrepid young like student like journalist who's doing stories, and then eventually he's like, well, we can't publish this. Yeah. Where it's like we get shut down. I think we're really parodying institutions, and in this case, the adults are the institutions, and the kids are kind of the people. Like I think we're really going there. I think we have, I think that's what we have. Like a student who's auditioning for the band. Not get it passed over. And
hey, Happy Man Riley.
Hey. Welcome to Sunday night bonus block, whatever it is.
Just Sunday night special feature.
Sunday night special feature.
Because when I think about the reason why I was titled to that is when I think about Sunday nights and movies and all, like I think the old school like Disney movies and the Sunday night special
I
feature
see.
type thing. And then, yeah, I just thought, okay, we'll go with that.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, so we're talking about a political drama. The protagonist is a musician. A parody of a political drama. Protagonist is a musician with David Tennant, which is something that we failed to crack before, but I feel like we're making much better headway
Yeah, we're
now.
definitely on a better ground than we were last time.
Yeah, so here's what I think. We have someone here.
We have a young person who tries out, who's actually in the high school.
Exactly.
And they are one.
So we want to be showrunners. So we're working out pitches. Basically coming up with show Bibles that you would eventually pitch if you were going to sell a show to a network. So as we start with basically ideas, we spitball, we type out a full pitch eventually, and then eventually we make our way to spec scripts or full scripts. And a lot of times, because we want to show the process of how these ideas come up with, we really don't think about it ahead of time. And a lot of times we use a randomizer to come up with what we're going to write about. So in this time, we're back at an old idea that the idea was it was going to be a political parody. The protagonist is a musician with David Tennant, but basically, we're not actually expecting to sell a project to David Tennant, but a lot of times when you're pitching a project, it's helpful to have a David Tennant type, like map it onto someone, this kind of energy to help you visualize it. So that's kind of what we're doing. Just talking about what a project like this would look like. Exactly. And we should say for the YouTube channel, we're talking to Happy Man Riley, who's a follower of ours. He's asking questions about the general premise of the show. He's actually sent us a pitch before, and we took a component of his idea. He likes to work with, or at least he mentioned working with puppets. So on Thursday night, right?
No, it was yesterday.
Was it yesterday? No, it was on Thursday.
No, it was Thursday night, yeah.
Thursday night, another fan at a different time in the chat suggested we would do a crime romance. So we talked about what a crime romance with puppet show would look like. I think it was a good idea. But yeah.
I think it has. I think again, it's got legs to work on, but
yeah, we'll come back to it.
We're not quite there yet.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I think this is very much This Is Spinal Tap style.
Revolved around a jump rope? Ooh.
I like that.
Hey, keep up these ideas.
Exactly.
To do an episode revolved around a jump rope. I like having challenges on this. Exactly.
I'm going to put that... I don't think we'll put it in the Magic Hat. I think we'll just throw it in next Thursday or Saturday or something. Yeah. Yeah. Jump around a jump rope. Cool. Now I'm already thinking about it.
I know. I'm kind of actually trying to think of how I can fit it into this.
Oh, you could easily fit it into this because it's set at a high school. Yeah. I think though if you're going to do it revolving around a jump rope, you got to think about the symbolism of that. You got to think about is it timing? Is it is it one person or is it two people on either side holding it? We're off on a tangent. It's Sunday night. We're gone crazy.
Yep. Outfitting and effects.
Yeah, we're behind. We actually moved backwards from this right now.
12. You just write in.
Yeah. So high school student auditions but fails. Decides that they are going to put together their own band. And that's our third party. Right. The high school band, only small dollar fund raises and doesn't get a lot. They can die. Well, I guess next is outfitting and effects. So this is where they're gonna be. Is this just funny with them going and buying effects, or what is the thing here?
Again, just how like they're like every penny is being blown onto.
It's also a
effects.
thing, I think, where like some of these stores, because this is also true, I feel like in the metaphor sense, some of these stores are this is the most, like, this is almost keeping them in budget, and in the, like, you can really show that, like, if you have a fireworks store or something, most of their yearly budget comes from this type of thing.
Okay.
I don't know. That's at least how I can make it kind of political, because that's like, I feel like some of these local media stations, that's how.
Oh yeah. Every 4 years they get a big huge bump.
The big guys. Is David Tennant just gonna go into the race, or no? No, that muddies it. It's got to be a
No.
mixed entry.
David Tennant doesn't care.
Yeah.
Except
He
for
cares.
he cares when this third person comes in. He would care because it challenges his system.
Also, SFX.
That's
Yeah.
how I see it.
Exactly.
He has a system, and if somebody else is really giving a challenge.
Yeah.
Like, we have to kind of make this Green Party, like, just kind of brought up every so often. But
No,
that's it.
I think not.
Because because that's how they kind of are, is that the whole metaphor is that they're just outshadowed by the two big guys.
Like, I think that the filmmaker is following them all three almost equal. Not quite, but almost equal. But that's what I think I think a lot of it is like, oh, a lot of, like, man on the street interviews, it's like so-and-so of whatever. Of, like, you know, Mrs. Brown's class. And he's like, oh, what do you think? He's like, well, I kind of like Tusk, but Donkey Punch kind of jams too. He's like, what about the... He's like, who? You know what I mean? I think we just want to do a lot of those kind of like...
They're like one of your classmates.
Exactly. She's like, oh, for that. You know what I mean? Like, you could be in the hallway. So, it's like, you sit behind her and...
Oh, yeah, but nobody takes her serious.
Exactly. It's like, well, I don't want to waste my vote. Or whatever.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. But, yeah, I think that's my thinking of it. I also think there's got to be some things here of, are they putting up posters? Are they... I don't know exactly what it is. But, like, maybe there's a parade and they're all putting up floats in the parade. And then the Green Party guys really get nothing there. I don't know. Okay. I also think around here there's whispers that someone else might try and get in. I also think I don't know where this goes. This is all throughout. This is another whole...
This has to be like the 20th year that these bands have done this.
For sure.
They have to be like Spinal Tap age.
Yeah.
Like, not like when Spinal Tap was doing it, they were like...
I genuinely want Jack Black to be one of the people.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
Okay, so this could be even long. Like, this could be like its 30th.
Like, couldn't you just picture Jack Black killing this? And he would sign on to do it, probably, of like... You know, he's like political in this way, I think. I think he could do, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I think that there's a...
Well, this is going to feel pretty bipartisan, right?
Oh, I think it's got to feel... I think it's an indictment of the system more than anything else. But, like, yeah. And that's kind of rock and roll, right? That's kind of the...
Yeah, exactly.
So there's a school newspaper. There's a journalist who is following the story for the first. It's like a music reviewer. Whenever she wants to write about the indie band, the teacher stops her, and it's like that. Eventually, the teacher just takes over and writes the stories. Huh?
Yeah.
And that's like a... Yeah, I can really picture this. You gotta do... It's very heavy improv, right? It's very like Christopher Guest. We still have to watch Mascots, by the way.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Okay, part 4.
I thought you were the part 4 of the show title, because the whole point is to get a show title for this.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We don't have to do show title right now.
What's part?
What about characters?
Okay, characters.
I feel like
Oh shoot.
we need some characters.
Okay.
So we got Tusk. And that's gonna... One's a 4-piece band and the other's a 3-piece band?
Sure. So... Which one's the 4-piece and which one's the 3-piece?
I wanted it to be Tusk as the 4-piece and the 3-piece, but I think it makes more sense for... Even though, like, with Republican government, you tend to know a lot more of all the different people that are in the party, and they all have like more of a functioning job. While when you have a Democrat, you end up with more of a the leader and maybe one or two of the...
That's what I kind of picture this being kind of like Arcade Fire, where you have like two people kind of like really, and you have someone who's kind of like dancing around.
Oh, I like that.
Someone's doing like a tambourine. One person definitely comes out with a sax.
Oh no, I like the Arcade Fire idea.
Yeah.
That it's just like a big... It's like two main people, but then it's like a big group behind them.
Exactly. Like I definitely want a sax solo in like a Bill Clinton kind of like homage.
Yeah. Okay, I like that. I think it should be a 3-piece though. Still.
Okay.
I think you have your 3-piece.
Yeah.
I think because I keep thinking of like Rush or like where it's...
Me too.
Rush, Green Day.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I keep hitting on with. But the reason why I felt like it'd be the other way is because the Republicans are about cutting, and they would have cut one of their members to be more efficient. And I thought that would be a good joke.
Yeah, I like that. Okay. There's a lot of people on stage, so...
Yeah, I like this 3-piece bit. Like, it could be 2-piece. Make it a 2-piece, but like with like big group stage, like 20 people on the stage.
Yeah.
Or it could be like one of those rap concerts.
Exactly.
With all the hype man, just...
Yeah, but I just, like, it's like...
It's like, what's your job on this? My job is to get the crowd going.
Exactly.
With all my friends, we just jump around. Getting paid to be on stage.
It's a 3-piece band. There's like a drummer, guitar slash singer.
Yep.
But he's not great at singing. But they cut the other singer, I think, right?
No.
Huh?
They cut the. I feel like they cut the guitarist, and he's not like.
Oh, okay.
Or I guess no, they would have cut the singer. Yeah.
Either one, it's the same joke. Whichever one, it's just
they
like
would have cut the singer.
And then a bassist, obviously, or not? I guess. What else is in a heavy metal band? It's not heavy metal, but like
Bass.
Okay, bass.
It's bass guitar.
And so this one has like a keyboards guy.
Yeah.
Slash singer.
Yeah. Both are singers.
Yeah. So this is guitarist slash singer?
But like guitarist.
But no, I picture him like, oh, well, yeah, I guess. It can be. I think that's funnier anyways. We're not trying to overdo it. But that's the thing, is
And he doesn't play guitar. He plays like the guitar that Matt Bellamy from Muse has. Or no, one of them plays like it's
Oh, yeah.
where it's just like a touchpad and buttons. Like they're not actually. The whole point is that they're playing like tech music, like instruments.
Yeah.
They're not playing instruments that are really mainstream.
Right.
But
And,
still mainstream. Like they're just the like upper end of that. Like,
because they're gonna end
upper end, just newer and like flashy.
That's it. So like, and they've got enough people. They're using all different. Like someone brings on a violin, someone brings in an accordion. Like they're just bringing in all the different types of like
weird instruments.
Yeah. Okay.
But no, I think the guitar should not be. I think the keyboard is what it. The keyboard is the main one. I don't think it should be a guitar. I think it should be a keyboard.
Okay. And so like, this is gonna be Jack Black, and this is gonna be like Jermaine.
Oh, I like that. Except for Jermaine. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Jermaine Clement?
Jermaine. No, it was with a J. Yeah. Well,
Except for what? Why couldn't it have been him?
What?
Why
No, I was good because he's not American. And then I realized this isn't a presidency.
No, exactly. And David Tennant, it's the most.
I know.
It's the most like international small town. Well, it doesn't have to be a small town, I guess.
But if you're gonna have Jermaine, you might as well go with Brett as the guitar.
No, this is Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Okay.
It could easily be, but no.
But no, it wouldn't be Brett.
It wouldn't be. I didn't.
No, it'd be it would be a woman.
It could be two brothers. No, it would be a woman, probably. Yeah.
It'd be a woman.
It's like Nikki Lindholm.
Oh, I like that.
Ricky Lindholm.
I like Ricky Lindholm as.
Because she would be kind of flighty. This band has to be very flighty. You know what I mean? Like. Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, I picture Jermaine's character to be like. I picture this couple to be like Nick's parents from Big Mouth. Exactly. Honestly, you're more likely to get than Jermaine Clement is. I'm just gonna erase it.
Oh, Fred Armisen.
Like.
Yep.
He would do that in a second.
But he'd be more like percussions, so it'd be like a synth, like one of the like 808s and shit like that.
Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, and then They wrote one really, really good song, but
It's the only song we hear. I feel like it's the only song we hear.
oh, because that's the thing. Everyone criticizes them for only playing the one song, but no one else is playing any music. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, political parody. This is great. Okay, what is this going to be called?
Okay, no, let's just keep going.
Okay.
It'll come to us.
I feel like it's something with November. I feel like the thing happens in November, and it's like a November fest, but it's not that. But I feel like it's along that, because it harkens to election somehow. I feel like you can't name it after either of the bands. You gotta name it after the event, and the event can call to the election in some way. But I don't know what that is yet. He was Jack Black's best friend in high school. Like one of theirs, that's the thing. And at the end... This is step by step.
I guess this has got to be college.
It's gotta be college?
Yeah.
I think it's better at college, yeah.
Because it explains why they can still keep getting into the whole entire thing. Is
Oh, they just take a class.
Yeah, they just take one class so they can keep entering.
Yeah, technically I'm a student, just like any of you guys. Every time it can be like, technically. I really like that as a gag. Technically, we're all in this together.
What if that's it? What if... What's his... David Tennant is the dean of art. The dean of art.
Okay.
And he's been cutting... he uses the money from arts to run this whole entire thing. And he just keeps giving it to these two groups. And because of that, there's no actual funding for anything else going forward.
Okay.
Like, he pretty much blows the whole entire budget on this.
Yeah, I like that. Okay. There's a show right now on, I think it's FX. Maybe it's HBO. Called...
What's the special? The special is that we don't normally do something on Sundays.
Exactly. It's extra special because normally we only stream on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays.
It's special to us. Sorry if that was misleading.
No. Okay. Okay. We gotta... Oh, shoot.
School.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, no, I think David Tennant's like the dean, and like he's running.
Yeah. So.
And like he's been blowing all the money. He blows all the money each time, but like it makes all the money back. He makes all the money back, I guess, because
it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit at all. He's got to be a businessman. He can't be part of this process. He could run the campus bar. He could. Now that it's on campus, I do think there's more opportunities for that kind of thing. What if he's like a landlord? No, I guess not.
I like him being one of the deans.
I I kind of think that muddies the thing, doesn't it?
No, because the deans are the corporate, like the system. He's the whole point is that he's supposed to be representing the system.
Yeah, wouldn't the dean be like the Supreme Court or something? Like,
No,
he doesn't represent the system. He represents like.
That's to me what I felt like he represented was the system.
Oh, okay.
Is that like the system is broken because it just keeps favoring these two parties.
Mm-hmm. But by making it an amorphous system, you're not really saying anything. Instead of like deciding like, oh, what specifically this is.
I guess.
Like showing like an actual thing that happened. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not again. So if he was the dean, what is the scam here? He's blowing all the money for the arts program on the year on this, but why does he care? Why wouldn't he just put it in to the arts?
It's about having a bigger event than the sports team or something like that.
That's not what corporations are interested in.
I don't know.
That's not what the system's interested in.
I don't know.
So it's again, it has to be the thing about it has to be he's got a goal. So again,
his
brings
goal
us
is
to
that
what
more people will start taking the like economics and all of that instead of the arts and be better at that stuff.
Okay.
I don't know. It's a parody, so it's got to be something stupid and dumb like that. It can be something stupid.
It can be something stupid and dumb for sure. But again, part of parody though is that it has to. Like it's.
But that's kind of what the whole thing is. It's all about caring about the maths.
Yeah. But in this case, the arts is the politics. It's gotta be about getting people pay more attention to it and less about what's actually going on. Like to the music, you know what I mean? Like about the process than the actual music. Is it?
It's just about getting admissions. And this has got to be like
no. Wouldn't you think he'd want to stop admissions if this was about politics?
I don't know. You're right there, though. So, I don't know where to go.
Is he the... I'm mostly on...
The lobbyist is where you still stay on.
Or, like, not necessarily. If he's the system, like, the generic, like... Yeah, I just don't know what his goal is, or who he is. I feel like this is really easy when you map each person onto a thing.
Oh, yeah. I know, but I think if we can map him to the dean, we're set.
No, I meant that. You're supposed to be mapping it to. The dean is typically the bad guy in this type of movie, for sure. But
especially because this has like Animal House written all over. This could be like Animal House too.
no, not at all. Like, yeah, this is much more like it's a mockumentary.
Yeah, but it's like about like the like Animal House, like two donkey in the house, like I think it's good. Animal Farm, see, like Animal Yard.
In Animal Farm, everyone represented a specific person. They were all like, "Oh, did you know that this guy represented Trotsky? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, Boxer the horse represents the proletariat."
Okay.
So,
If we can get him to represent the dean, we're set. Is all.
No, the dean has to represent someone. Seem like, yeah. The dean would be like, okay. Why? Like, a dean typically isn't running a battle of the bands, anyways.
What if it's like a competition? Like, what if it is but like, what if it is like for, like we go all out. These are two famous bands that are fighting for a battle of the bands at a high school level. And that's why nobody cares about anybody else who's going up against them, because they're going up against like the best bands in the world. Like the biggest bands in the world.
Sure, if you want.
And like it is just like
why are they doing it? Why are they doing it?
Because of the record label, the record company. The record company is setting this all up. The record, like David Tennant represents the record company who's setting this all up, and it's a battle of the bands where it just ends up being the two, like it's the two people he sets up. They have all the.
Okay, let's just drop the high school. Let's just drop the high school then. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, okay.
It's America's Got Talent.
Eurovision.
What?
Eurovision.
Yeah, or no, it's America's Got Talent or something. It's still something that's designed.
Amerivision.
But it's still something that's designed for like independent people to come and compete and go through. But it's just been every year these big bands have been doing it. And taking, you know what I mean? Like it's so they're competing every year. The producers aren't going to tell them no because obviously they get this every year. But it's not designed for that.
Right.
And it is. It's just like, oh, the two biggest bands in the year every year go and compete on American Idol, and one of the two win.
And they even do, like, where it's, like, in excess type thing. Like, the finding of it, like, where they find the bands at the beginning, try to put the band together at the beginning, and it always just the same members that get put together.
Yeah. And it's shot like a reality. It's shot breathlessly like a reality show. Like, who will it be? It's like hosted. It stops cribbing so much from Spinal Tap in a way that I like. The format kind of fits in a way, and so
we needed to get away from Spinal Tap, anyways.
Yeah, and then
we need to be.
But then also we also go down more the road where the Green Party basically just doesn't get covered.
I think that's the case. I think that the point should be is that they're there
because we're now,
but you don't even think about them, and like it's like, oh yeah, there is still them.
I think we think about them as the audience.
Yeah.
They like because we're getting it, but it is like we have an unreliable narrator now. The reality show producers all of a sudden become our narrator, even though we don't see them. So yeah, we have an unreliable. So we're seeing the world more through a lens as like someone who lives in the world would see it. And it's like a breathless, like it's treated as like, and even you have a panel of judges who's like, oh, like The Voice. That's it. Like you go on and Ken Jeong's like, I think that whatever, and they're totally inane. It's almost Hunger Games level parody at that point. Not Hunger Games, but like in that level of like when you go to the studio and it's your panel of judges. They're all just super inane, but it's like the talking heads on CNN. Oh, I like this a lot. Yeah.
I'm just still thinking of a title.
Now it's like American something. It's the name of the show. And then, but it's like America's Choice, American. America's voice.
I like that.
Of course you do. It's the best thing that I've ever said. I haven't come up with a better idea than this in a long time, that it would be called America's Voice.
Look at that. Ty saves the J. I really didn't think we were going to have anything for this one.
But you just can't give up. We just can't give up. We're so good. Okay, so it's this is gonna be fucked. Oh no, parody of a reality show of a where America chooses and America assembles two bands to go head to head in a no holds barred battle of the bands. The twist: the same two bands are formed and compete each year. In 2022, who will be the best band? The story is complicated, but not by that much. By upstart indie band Green Planet, as well as a vanity project by billionaire. I don't know why I'm thinking so hard about this. I'm just making up a name.
Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne.
That's right.
Nice.
Batman came in.
Yeah.
I'm satisfied with this for tonight.
Yeah, I think we made some real progress. Something that we wouldn't... I'm feeling pretty special.
I am feeling pretty special. This is...
something that we probably would never have thought of. Something we gave up on. Now it has a name.
No,
it's no longer Unfinished One.
Now we can have another unfinished one eventually.
Eventually we can. Oh.
I didn't move this here.
Very political project of ours, but it was a political parody, so we had no choice. And yeah, I think that is an interesting take. I don't think that's something I've seen. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the comments. Check us out maybe Monday. Sometime next week, we'll certainly do a show with a full episode about Escaping Rope. As suggested by a fan today, Happy Man Riley, who one of our favorite people. And
thank you very much.
Thanks. And we'll see you tomorrow night when we reach back into the Magic Hat.
Yeah, I forgot
Mad Hatter Monday.
Tomorrow.
That's right. But from all of us here at Wannabe Showrunners,
don't stop writing. Don't stop writing.